Thank you, everybody, to our July newsletter. And this month, one of my favorite topics is talking to our great members and about their vacations. And here we have Megan from Backcourt Marketing is going to tell us about her trip to Iceland. So first, let me ask you a question. Why Iceland?
You know, it was in the back of me and my husband's minds for a few years, and we have a really good friend who's been a few times, and he pretty much showed up at our house one day and we booked it. So that's how it all came together.
So how long were you there?
A week.
Okay. So tell me about Iceland. Like, what are some of the things that somebody who would say, I want to go on a vacation, why would you go to Iceland?
It's sights like you haven't seen anywhere else. It might be cold, but it's not too unbearably cold. Like, as long as you have the right gear, you're okay. It's very relaxed there. The downtown Reykjavik, and I'm probably not saying it like the locals do, but it's a really good downtown that is safe, and it's full of restaurants and really good food and really nice people. And there's just, you drive around, you rent a car, and you drive around and you see giant waterfalls and lagoons and rainbows and volcanoes and just all kinds of things that just don't even make sense.
You told me about, for the topic of this, fairies. Tell me about what you meant by fairies in Iceland.
Well, I learned that the locals believe in fairies and elves and giants, and I didn't really believe that, but then you go and you talk to them and they really do. And they're talking about it as in, they're in the mountains, and anytime they need to do a construction project or drill into a mountain, for example, or do anything that might disrupt the nature, they ask the fairies and the elves for permission to do so. So, we were talking to bartenders here and there, and they really were serious about it, like they believe it. And it's kind of like, there's a lot of people in the Pacific Northwest who believe in Sasquatch. It was kind of a similar concept. They just are dead serious about, the fairies are here, and we talk to them, and I just found that fascinating.
Don't mess with fairies.
Yeah.
Okay. Your second thing was horses. What about horses?
So the Icelandic horses can only stay in Iceland because if they go anywhere else, it'll disrupt the ecosystem. But they're just these fabulous horses that are everywhere with long, luxurious hair and sassy personalities. And they take great pictures, and you can go up to them and pet them. They're very friendly, and they're everywhere. You drive around, they're all over.
So they just roam?
Yep, they're wild.
And so they just, like, what do they eat? Do you know?
I don't know, probably, it's very grassy. It's
Very grassy, I
green.
guess, yeah.
Like, Iceland is green and Greenland is ice. That's how, it's the opposite.
Yes. And then finally, you talked about hot dogs. What about hot dogs in Iceland?
So we didn't expect this, but we heard that you have to go to the original hot dog stand in downtown Reykjavik. And so we went there probably like 12 times over the course of a week and ate way too many hot dogs. But it was the best hot dog I've ever had. And their difference is the meat is actual meat. It's not some mystery meat like we've got here in America. But I believe it's made out of lamb, and it's kind of crispier, like it has a snap to it. And for the condiments, they don't use chemical red 40 ketchup or any of that. They're using real tomato, and it's like a honey Dijon mustard that they put on it, and then some crispy onions. So it's just a different style, and it's delicious.
You had said there's a special way to eat it and there's a wrong way to eat it. Explain that to everybody.
All I know is you're supposed to order the original. Like, just don't try to modify it at all. And apparently, Bill Clinton went there, and he is known as the US president who ordered it wrong because he got it with like no mustard, whatever the case. And so Iceland never let that down. His picture is there in the hot dog stand ordering the wrong type of hot dog.
So when you're not traveling, what do you do? Tell us about your company,
Oh,
Backcourt.
yeah. So I own a social media marketing agency, and we work with businesses who want to elevate their online presence. We do the full service of social media, from the brand photo shoots, video shoots, to scheduling out the content and aligning your whole marketing strategy too while we're at it. So
Well, you do a great job with our marketing, and
thanks.
we love having you here at Max 6, and thanks for sharing about your vacation.
I love sharing my vacation stories with Max 6, and I love doing the social media here, and it's a pleasure to work with you.
Well, thanks everybody for watching. This is our episode 1, and we'll see you next month.